the sale and use of fireworks in Clark County and the city of Vancouver in July, only on the 1st of the year. I believe it's reasonable. I've lived in 5 states in my life. I've never run across a allowed fireworks on New Year's. And starting next New Year's, there will be no allowable fireworks in the county of Clark or the city of Vancouver. And the people that reside in the city of Vancouver and reside in Clark County know exactly where to come for their firework display. Right here. Right here. Now, I would like the police department to enforce the ordinance that's on the books that requires the fireworks to stop at 1 a.m. It is evident to me that they are unable to do that. I do not believe that fireworks going off at 2:30 in the morning, 200 feet above Washougal with a large slam is unknown to the police authorities, but I believe that they do not have the resources to do that. I would like to think that they don't. I believe they don't. But the prohibition of the sale of fireworks during the 1st of January, preceding the 1st of January, the New Year's period, would assist them in enforcing the ordinance that prohibits and restricts the use of fireworks. And I am suggesting to you that you should absolutely prohibit the use of fireworks during the New Year's period. And I think it's a clear choice you have to make. There are some people that love to use fireworks. I think that there is a majority of the citizens of this city that would prefer to have a full night's sleep, to not to have the spouse awake all night, or the dog, or their children, or their grandchildren. I believe that that's the majority. Now, I want Washougal to be a mature, adult community. I do not want them, the people in Clark County, to think of Washougal as this place to go for fireworks on the 1st. But that's what's going to happen. So please seriously consider outlawing fireworks on the 1st of January and the New Year period. Take a stand. Do something that takes a little bit of courage, because you're going to get resistance. You would get resistance from those people that want to make this the greatest frat house in the world at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. You will get resistance from those people that want to make a buck by selling fireworks during the New Year's period. You'll get resistance from the people who want to make a buck for the city from the sales of those fireworks. But think of the people, the good citizens that want to have a full night's sleep for their kids and their grandkids and their spouses. Think of them first. They deserve your loyalty versus the other entities that have interests in this. And I'm not for a moment suggesting that you prohibit July 4th fireworks. I think that's beyond the pale to consider that under the situation of what we live in. But New Year's period should not be used, whether it's abused like it was this year or not. I would hope that you would seriously consider this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor Gard and council members. I'm Teresa Baldwin, Superintendent of Washougal School District 4855 Evergreen Way. So it was a great pleasure to watch you and to witness your recommitment to city government here in Washougal. And, you know, these kinds of ceremonies just remind us how fortunate we are to live in America and have these democratic processes. So it was a pleasure being part of that this evening. The reason I'm here is you are key communicators in our city, and I want to brief you on the upcoming school district levy election on February 9th. To give you a little bit of background information. As you know, levy elections are governed by the Public Disclosure Commission, and I am limited only as superintendent of schools to providing levy information. On the other side of the coin, there is a volunteer committee, Citizens for Better Schools, and they are allowed to do the promotional side of the campaign. And I want to recognize a couple of people in the audience this evening. I see Roger Daniels here, and I believe Ernie Suggs is here. And both of them are members of the Washougal Citizens for for Better Schools and are working on behalf of the promotional side. But my role tonight is to provide information only. I'm going to provide you with a handout. It's a prototype of a mailing that will be sent to all of the patrons in the school district coming up here in the next week. So I apologize to the audience, but they should be receiving these things in their mail within 10 days. So I'm going to start with Mayor Molly Costin, if you would please pass these around to the council. While the brochures are going around, let me give you a little bit more background information. By law, school districts are authorized to collect 3 kinds of special levies from taxpayers. If approved, we can collect levies for maintenance and operations purposes, for capital technology purposes, and for transportation vehicle, which is those levies are only for the purchase of yellow buses. So we currently, in 2010, are collecting the last year of a maintenance and operations levy that was approved in February 2006. Now, as you know, that revenue will be collected in 2010, but to continue that revenue flow, it's important for us to pass our levy in February 2010 for collection in 2011, 12, 13, and 14. The important thing to note about these levies is that they are replacement levies. Taxpayers currently are paying a maintenance and operations levy and a technology levy. So let me refer now to the brochure that you have in front of you. You'll see on the front page it says that there are 2 replacement levies coming up on this ballot. Again, a maintenance and operations levy and a technology levy. It's an all-mail-in election that will be held on Tuesday, February 9th, 2010. If you open it up, on the inside, you will see there's a black banner on the left side, and underneath that are the lists of all of the types of programs and staff that we fund, the uses for maintenance and operations funds. In the middle, the other black banner in the middle of the page, you'll see it's a very short list, 2 items only under the kinds of things that we use to fund, that technology funds are used for in our school district budget. In the middle of the page, you'll see there is an estimated tax bill chart for the 2011 and 12 proposed levies. So you'll see that there's a property value. For example, you'll see that for a property valued at $150,000, the estimated tax bill for the maintenance and operations levy is $387 annually. And the estimated tax bill for the technology levy would be $19.50. So the estimated tax bill for both levies is $406.50 for the year. And you'll see the various examples there of property values. If you look at the long chart that stretches across the bottom of the flyer, you'll notice that the amount to be collected is $5,092,212 for all 4 years of the collection. So in October, we actually hired a firm to do a community survey. And those surveyed, 68% of those surveyed said, you know, I could support a levy providing that the district doesn't increase the amount to be collected above what it is currently. So when we passed that levy in 2006, the last year of the collection was for $5,212,212, and we have held true. We are holding the line. We're holding true to what our community members asked us to do. So for the next 5 years, 2010, and then the ensuing 4 years, we are going to collect the same amount for our maintenance and operations levy. If you look over, and the third column actually says that the estimated rate is $2.58 per $1,000 of assessed valuation. Then if you move to the next column, we're actually talking there about the technology levy. And in 2010, we're actually collecting $283,000 for our technology levy, but we're reducing it to $250,000 for a collection in 2011, 12, 13, and 14. And the estimated tax rate for that is 13 cents per $1,000 of assessed valuation.